everybody, good morning. This is what the sheet metal that was in the tobacco the other day goes to. It's a 55 International 300 utility gas. Will bought this one the other day. It is a wiring nightmare. Serial number 2501. We got it home yesterday. Fella said it run not long ago, and we got home. It was dark last night. We messed with it. We put a new rotor button cap, distributor cap, new wires on it. The plugs looked all right. Probably pick up a set of plugs for it today. But we got fire last night. The carburetor, it sat with the breather cap off of it, so the breather was full, so it had water in the carburetor. So we're gonna pull that carburetor off. I'm pretty sure it's the same carburetor that goes on the M. But it's not in terrible bad shape. It needs a seat, which basically that's the same thing that goes on the 140. The tie rod on the other side, I'll go back around there and show you that. The tie rod on the other side's bent, but I think we can straighten that out. And that floorboard's bent down, which is not a big deal. Needs a new steering wheel, but just little stuff. It don't need a whole lot. But he's got that other carburetor. He's gonna go get it this afternoon from down there, and we're gonna see if we can get it to bust off this evening. Like I said, we turned it over last night and got fire. The tires are mismatched on the back, but they're not in bad shape. And it's got some homemade 3-point arms on it, the inserts. This bar, the lift linkage on this side, it's in my truck, I think. Anyway, it's I don't know why they took it off. It's in the truck. Put it back on. As far as I know, he said everything was working on it when it was running. He said it just quit, and they quit fooling with it. So, but they bought, and this tire on this side, it's a I don't know what kind of tire that is. Multi-track, but it's in good shape. It's almost new, to be honest with you. So, but matter of fact, I think those are the same tires that's on my 444. So we might have a match set on each one of them now. I'm gonna have to look at that. But there's the tie rod that's bent. Needs that hydraulic hose right there put on. Got one on the bottom. It's just a suction line, no big deal. Pretty simple. This is the kicker though. Somebody put a massive brush guard on the front of this thing, and when they were pulling it, that broke that casting. And somebody had welded it back and at some time, and they broke it again. I think it's been broke twice or 3 times. I don't know. But we've actually got the piece of metal that came out of it, that piece of cast that come out. I got a good friend of mine. It looks like somebody tried to gom it back on there with some weld. We get it running, we're gonna take it down there to him, and he said he'll clean that out and clean the piece up. Because it didn't break, it just broke out in one piece, one clean break. And he said he can put it back together and braze that thing in there, and he said it'll be just as good as new. So that's the only bad thing on the whole front of it that I know of. This grill's not in terrible shape, it's just rusty. The nose is a little bit wrinkled up right here, but not real bad. So, and the sheet metal in the truck is, or it was in the tobacco wagon's in really good shape. So, like I said, it hopefully it'll fire up and run and the TA works and everything. And I don't know the future of this thing. I don't know whether he's going to try to keep it or it's going to be one he wants to sell. I think it'll probably go up for sale. Because him and Daddy made a 2-for-1 deal. They actually bought Daddy got a 444 diesel, another one out of that deal. So I don't know what the future holds. I think it's just basically clean it up a little bit, get it running, and sell it. So we got so many of them until it's kind of crazy now. So I think we brought these two home. It makes 22. So yeah, they're like rabbits, I guess. They multiply quick. So, but like I said, this is just a short little video about something he brought home. Try to get a little video this evening of it running if we get that far. It's supposed to rain. Sky's kind of gray looking up there. I think it's raining over toward Augusta. So I got to go to work for a little while, and I'm gonna come back and hopefully we can get on this thing and work on it a little bit. So I'll bring y'all back when we get her running. All right. Well, she's a runner. Hey, back up and pull over there and let's see if TA works. She got one headlight that works. We thought the clutch was stuck to start with, but it seems like it's working. Everything's moving and working. We got the wrong carburetor on it. We took one off of the M, a spare one we had for the M, and we got it rigged on there. I got the other one. We had to get a kit for it to put the other carburetor on it, but got an exhaust leak, so it pops it. Yeah! Put it in gear and start easing and then pull it. The clutch needs to be adjusted a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not bad. I don't know that the TA works. I think the linkage has got to be adjusted on it too, but in the grand scheme of things, for what he paid for it, it's not a bad deal. So, all right, we'll get a little bit more short. We're just gonna make a day of disking, because he done went and got the disc hooked to that 300. He gonna see what it's made out of. It don't even know that disc has back there. We're gonna try it again. He had the top link was adjusted on that thing. It's got a 2-point on it with the arms that plug in. So it's kind of tipped a little bit funny the way they're homemade arms, but they're solid. So it wants to put too much pressure down on that thing, so but it does all right once you play with the lift a little bit and you figure out the sweet spot. So yeah, that old girl runs pretty good. The more you run it, the better it runs. So it don't turn sharp worth 2 cents, I can tell you that. But it's a strong little old tractor. I think it's just as strong. It might be stronger than my 444. Somebody had painted it up like a 330. So, but he's going to sell it. Matter of fact, I think he put it on Marketplace a while ago. So, if anybody's interested in it, he wants $2,500 for it. It's got a fresh rebuilt carburetor on a little bit oversized carburetor. All the tires are good. You hear it running. It pulls that disc hair, no problem. Lift works on it. The steering, the tie rod was bent on one side up pretty bad. We got it back straight. The only thing that's wrong with it, it's got a generator on it still, and I don't think it hits hit and miss. It wants to charge and then it don't charge, so I don't exactly know what's wrong with that. So, but somebody, if they want it, they could put a mini one-wire alternator on it for probably about $75 and be good to go. So, it's got a fresh oil change on it. The hydraulic fluid looked halfway decent. So, yeah, if y'all interested in it, let me know. And I think it's a pretty solid little old tractor. So, the TA is tries to go in the gear. I just hadn't played with it to adjust it. So, but yeah, if anybody's interested, yeah, just hit me up. Like I said, there it is. It's a 55 300 utility. So, all right.